to be reacting to Tangled. Was it worth the hype? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Angie. If you don't know me, welcome to the channel. So today we are going to be watching Tangled and finding out if it was worth the hype. Let's get right into it. Ooh, fireworks. I personally think that fireworks are usually really pretty. Don't you think? Classic Mickey Mouse blowing and sailing.
This is the story of how I died.
I think it's starting to come back to me. You see, it's not that I've never watched Tangled. I'm sure everybody at some point has watched Tangled in their lifetime. I mean, Rapunzel was a legend, but you know, it was like around when I was around like I think back, like it was such a long time ago that I don't even remember I kind of remember the plot, but not so much. So, but I remember I really liked the main character. Yes, I just love the way it starts already.
It had the ability to heal the sick and injured.
That's actually a really unique flower. Imagine if you found a flower that could heal literally anything. Like literally anything. Also, I wonder how the old woman or the witch, should I say, knew that the flower had healing properties. Also, I didn't remember that it was from a single sunlight that dropped from the sky. I couldn't remember. They must be pretty good kings and queens for citizens. These are like actual local citizens to go out looking for a cure for their queen. If it was like this modern century, people will be like, they don't even care about like what happens, like, you know. But I feel like they ruled pretty good if locals are going to help them search for a cure.
Used it to keep herself young for hundreds of years. And all she
Yeah,
had to
like
do
that's what I
was
don't
sing a
get. How
special
did she
song.
know like which song to sing to activate its power?
All right, you get the gist. She sings to it, she turns young. Creepy.
You know, but those are just like one of those things that just remain unanswered or a mystery. Glow, let your power shine. Yeah, I remember the song.
Creepy, right?
She's like low-key a really pretty villain. But I feel like all villains are usually pretty. Don't you agree? Clumsy. Ha! How convenient. She just had to knock over the thing that was covering the flower. That baby is so pretty. I get that it's like an animation, but that baby is very pretty. Aww. For this lady to be able to storm and break into a castle and get the ability to even steal a royal baby like a princess, it's either those guys really have really low and bad security, or she's like a real ninja. And she even taught the song to the child. But that's low-key a very kind of beautiful house with the waterfalls, and you know, like it's very pretty.
I guess Pascal's
Oh yeah,
not
she
hiding
had a
out
pet
here.
chameleon. It actually takes real strength to pull a whole actual human with your hair. Yeah, she's actually really strong for that.
Rapunzel, look in that mirror. You know what I see? I see a strong, confident, beautiful young lady. Oh, look, you're here too. I'm just teasing. Stop taking everything so seriously.
That is a good joke. That's kind of like toxic parenting. The fact that 1 minute she's like, oh Rapunzel, like you stop doing this, and in the next part she's like, oh you're so adorable, I'm just teasing, you know. It's like I don't even know how to say it. It's like very toxic and I don't know, kind of parenting.
Wow. I could get used to a view like this.
Right. Come on.
Hold on. Yep. I'm used to it. Guys, I want a castle.
Ah, my favorite character. What was his name? Oh, Flynn Rider. Yeah, he was my favorite character. Classic Eugene.
No, 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 no. This is bad. This is very, very bad. This is really bad. They just can't get my nose right.
The fact that that's what he's worried about, how his nose looks in the picture.
I can't believe that after all we've been through together, you don't trust me?
Let me tell you, I actually agree with this, guys. If somebody like Flynn, a person you have been stealing with, you two are like twins, you're like brothers, you know that you won't steal from each other. But an outsider comes and tells you, pull me up, I'm going to pull you up later. Please. Maximus, the horse. I remember they come to have they hate each other for a while, I guess, and then they really come to have like good chemistry. Oh right, they stole the crown that she wore when she was born. So for those who have never like seen the show before, this young lady who is turning 18 at the moment was a princess who was born, like the queen was sick, and then since she was sick, while giving birth, she was given the flower that had magical powers, the one that the witch or the villain was using to make herself get younger every day. So she stole the baby so that she could preserve her younger age. Then this other guy, the Flynn now, is a thief. So he went to the palace to steal the royal crown of the princess the lost princess, who is now Rapunzel, who was the lost princess. So he's now he has sneaked he was running away from the guards, and now he's in Rapunzel's house. So Rapunzel has just run into the crown and is trying it on. I really loved that, the way she wore the crown, and it was like a magical moment. And then the chameleon is like, no, it doesn't seem like it's supposed to be there.
You know what?
I wonder
these
why
are.
she was
You
into
mean
the
the
light
lantern
so
thing
much.
they do
I
for the
think
princess?
I think that's like a destiny kind of thing.
I knew they
Because
messed up.
why was she so into the lights? You know, if it was another person, the person would probably care less. I don't get why she was so into the lights.
Enough of the lights, Rapunzel! You are not leaving this tower! Ever!
That must be a really scary thing to hear. That's when it hits you like, oh my goodness, she might actually be stuck in the tower like forever. I feel like when you are really, really forced and told not to do something is when you usually feel like doing it even more. You're usually now psyched to do the thing even more, even if you weren't as psyched about it anymore. You know, I feel like the pressure gives you the urge to push back. Maybe if the mother was like gentle about it, Rapunzel would have shown like the mother the guy, and maybe the mother would have like, you know, like, not obviously she will not have let Rapunzel out of the tower, but Rapunzel will have been talked out of, have talked out of going out of the tower. But since the mother was like so strict and harsh about it, I think that's what made Rapunzel get the urge to go even more.
So, what do you want with my hair? To cut it?
What?
Sell it?
Why on earth would I want your hair?
The thing that's so funny is that This guy doesn't even know about the magical properties of the hair. So he's like, oh my god, why would I want your hair? Why? Just tell me why.
Where is my satchel?
I've hidden it. Somewhere you'll never find it.
It's in that pot, isn't it?
The way he found that.
All right, listen, I didn't want to have to do this, but you leave me no choice.
The fact that Flynn thought the smolder will work. Oh my god, get over yourself.
This would kill her. This is so fun! I am a horrible daughter. I'm going back. I am never going back!
I love how she's like undergoing all these emotions at the same time. Loki feeling bad and also like really into going and to see the floating lights. Oh no, the mother just ran into the horse, and I feel like she's just found out that Rapunzel might not be in the house. Wait, there's actually a secret passage into the house. Oh yeah, right. There was actually, yeah, I remember.
Call it a day. Probably better off. This is a 5-star joint after all, and if you can't handle this place, well, maybe you should be back in your
To scare Rapunzel into going back. I feel like all the posters are like doing this intentionally now with the fake nose.
I really wanna make a love connection. Can you see me with the special?
Only in movies will this happen. There's like a bounty for this guy, and they're like helping the guy because the girl like told them about her dream and what. I feel like the probability of that happening in this actual world is like -1%. Let me tell you. If you asked me like to tell you about Tangled, this guy right here is the last character I would think of. I didn't even remember a guy like him existed. I'm telling you that hair has intensive power.
You should see your faces because you look.
My real name is Eugene Fitzherbert.
I have magic hair that glows when I sing.
Yeah, at least he tells her his real name. I feel like that's like the beginning of their whole like story and them starting to catch feelings. Okay, Flynn starting to catch feelings.
As you wrap your magic hair around my injured hand?
Please don't freak out.
I'm not freaking out. Are you freaking out? No, I'm just very interested in your hair and the magical qualities that it possesses. How long has it been doing that exactly?
I get the surprise. Imagine if you found out that somebody has like hair that glows and it's like magical. But I feel like he should have seen this coming, considering the hair literally pulled him from the top of a cliff or like from a top of a plank, and pulled him like across. It's something like I feel like he should have expected, But I get it. It's like, wow, it's so bizarre. Goodness. Sorry. I forgot I didn't have my mic on. I'm sorry if the audio is bad.
How did you find me?
Oh, it was easy, really. I just listened for the sound of complete and utter betrayal and followed that.
The mom is actually so, I don't know, like she knows what she's doing, and I mean that in like a bad way. The fact that he's like, please, like she knows how to manipulate the girl.
I don't understand. I'm a grown-up.
This song was actually very well written, and it was actually very well written, and I feel like it's something that people still think. It was like one of it was one of my favorite songs from the show. Like Rapunzel knows best, blah blah blah. You know, it was one of the best songs, I feel like. I'm crying. Rapunzel knows best. But Flynn actually going back to the castle, I feel like it was at some point, I feel like he wanted to ditch Rapunzel at the beginning, but then he like really like committed to helping her, because I feel like he wouldn't have gone back to the castle considering how wanted he was. And you know, you're in a movie when Flynn is not caught. How is he not caught? He's like in headquarters and he's one of the most wanted people.
Hey, Max. What? I bought them. Most of them.
Flynn is so funny. Oh, I wish the king and the queen actually had another baby. You know, living with that kind of feeling of, but I feel like they couldn't because the queen really got sick in the first pregnancy. But that was actually like a really good thing and a really heartwarming thing to do. The fact that they kept doing like the floating lights on each day of the anniversary. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like that's a really heartwarming thing to do. So for those who haven't understood what's going on, let me give you a little recap from where we left off. So after the mom refuses for the lady to go and see the floating lights, she lies to the mom and says, Mom, I need you to go prepare this meal for me because it's my 18th birthday, and the meal is usually a 3-day kind of walk or drive, not drive obviously, but walk or horse if they use like, or camel if they use like animals as means of transport. And during that period, she blackmails Flynn into taking her to see the floating lights with the crown that he stole from the palace. So they go into the journey. Then the mother forgets something, and when she goes back, it's almost like a whole day after. When she goes back, she finds the royal horse and she knows that something is wrong. She enters to the secret entrance and enters into the house and sees that Rapunzel is not there, then goes looking for her, then bumps into the thief, the two thieves who are working with Flynn, and works with them to look for this lady. Meanwhile, Flynn and the lady are on their way to go see the lights. That is actually such a selfless thing to do. The whole reason he even ended up in the tower in the first place was because of the crown, and now he's giving up the crown for Rapunzel. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that just happened. Changed her as a person because she's gotten to experience like new people and new things. So I don't think she would be comfortable like going back to closed doors and stuff. That's why I feel like she's still not okay. That's actually crazy. How does she remember a vision from when she was like 3? I don't think I even remember when a vision from like when I was in the first grade. What? I feel like this is a very controversial and popular opinion, but I feel like the mother kind of she wasn't that bad. Like when you think about it, she actually did some good raising and turned Rapunzel into this and Rapunzel grew up to be a very like how do I say this, very very like she grew up to be a good child, and she wasn't like mean or like mistreating Rapunzel or anything, you see. And she didn't do that bad of a job, you know. I feel like it was actually not that, like she was bad, but was she that bad? Was she really that bad? That's got a heart. Oh, she's actually going to give up the rest of her life for this guy. Oh my goodness, he cut the hair. Now he's going to die. Oh, but he doesn't die. I think, yeah, he doesn't die. What happens? I don't like her with the short hair. Not to be that girl, not to be that person, but I really don't dig the short hair. I feel like the kind of longer hair was pretty, the golden hair. The blonde hair was good for her. Also, so is only her first year magical, or are all the tears magical? What's going on? Yeah, so it's I've completed it. Was it worth the hype? Yes, it was worth hype. Every second of hype, every single millisecond of hype, it was actually worth the hype. I really loved Flynn Rider. He was actually a very good character. I like his charisma, his aura, the way he treats himself, the way he feels, the way he was just a good character to me. I also loved Rapunzel, the way she came and stood up for herself. The villain, also the mother, she actually had a really pretty voice. I feel like her being the villain was very justified, and I not no I feel like her being the villain was really shown and depicted well in the movie, and I really enjoyed the movie. I feel like it was worth the hype. It was actually worth everything, and I really liked the show. I hope you guys will like it too. So if y'all are interested in another commentary, please hit me up and stay tuned for another video. Till next week.